I had a pretty big shock last year when the singer of my all-time favorite band was cancelled. Was Till Lindemann.
Right.
And I've been such an avid Rammstein fan since I was 8. It was my first metal band, my first introduction to this music. And when that guy got cancelled last year, I dug deep into the whole matter.
Okay.
And I gathered as much information as I could, and I was very active online, like figuring out what exactly was going on, because there was a bit of polarization. Rammstein is such a huge band that they have a shit ton of dogmatic fans that really believe that anything that Rammstein does is sacred, and they can't be criticized at all. And those kind of people, I think, are fucking pathetic.
Couldn't agree more. Yep.
Treating it like religion, and even like I say, it's my all-time favorite band. I can still criticize them when they make mistakes, or if they make a bad song or a bad album. Like I will be like, hey, come on, you guys can do better than that. But yeah, when this cancellation of Till Lindemann happened, I thought it was incredibly interesting to see not only the details of what he was being accused for, but also the reception and all the support he got from the hardcore fans, which are like, I have no idea how many they are, but they are many.
They are. We were just talking about this earlier today with my friend Jackie, and he was basically, what we were talking about is that, you've got like the biggest bands in the world, and then, usually, I think in today's world, you can still say Metallica is still kind of like right at the top.
Sure.
But then we're saying like Rammstein's not far behind in today's contemporary world, the way they sell out stadiums and stuff. That I think I'm sort of like, I care about the truth, okay? I'm not here to play on a team. I just care about what really happened. Was this true? Was it not? If it was true, should be punished, should go to jail, should have the reputation tarnished, rightfully so. Maybe it doesn't take away from the art, but then there should be consequences for that as well. On the other hand, if it's not true, then that person who caused this should be punished, and that's frustrating because then it will illegitimize people who are genuinely victims. So that's my stance on it, really. Hence why I'm so careful with like throwing accusations. I'm just,
And then there's two different things. There's things that are criminal, like literally illegal, and then there's things that are illegal but can be like morally questionable. Like that's kind of the case here, because nothing really illegal was happening in this particular case. It was illegal except for the drugs.
It's true.
Which
and legality is unfortunately questionable.
Yeah. But just doing something criminal, that's the point. And then you can also you can dance around rules.
Sure. So what's your take on the thing then? So what's your conclusion on the matter?
I was
Mr.
absolutely disgusted, and I couldn't listen to the band. I barely listened to the band since. Really, it's not that I can't listen to it, I just don't get the same sort of joy out of it as I did before, which I think is
so unfortunate.
Yeah,
they're a very good band.
Yeah. But don't really care. There's so many other bands to listen to anyway.
Yeah, and I
think sometimes like this is I have my personal feud because of this case. And maybe sometime in the future I might get over it. Like I can easily listen to Marilyn Manson, and I can listen to Burzum and all that. Like it's not cool to listen to those things today, but it's not the problem with those artists is not as personal for me I made this one personal. I dug deep into it and I really looked at those guys as my idols since my childhood. So
the case that I had where it like personally like ruined my relationship with the band was Inquisition.
Yeah.
You know, that was a really fucking hard one.
You know, even before all this cancel culture became such a huge thing, like before it became taboo to wear a Bursum t-shirt, you know, everybody already knew that Mark Viken is just a terrible person. It's not, there's not a question about it, but that has nothing to do with those classic albums. They are fucking fantastic, in my opinion. I think these are great works of art, and maybe it gives it a little bit of a charm to know that the guy behind it is a total lunatic. Maybe it does.
Sure.
But in general, I think that those albums are just, they really stand on their own without anything exterior having to have any effect on how you perceive it. Like it just is what it is. It's genuinely crazy, it's evil, it's wonderful.
Yeah. But I'm wearing a Gigi Allen shirt today, you know, and he was like, you know, he still is one of my favorite artists.
Absolute piece of shit.
As a human being, he couldn't be any further than what my standards are as far as conduct is concerned.
Yeah.
You know, but I think it's, I don't know, there's something about it, you know, I guess with art it's like...
It has a charm.
Yeah. He certainly has a charm.
Really fucked up way.
Yeah, you know, I mean, there's so many things that don't have common with the guy, you know, like, first of all, I smell good.
Yeah.
And I'm a germaphobe, by the way, for anyone listening, is fact about me, I'm a massive germaphobe, you know.
Sober?
Yeah, right, that's probably the most extreme one, right?
Yeah, alive.
Yeah, well, and there's something else that's to do with more the size of a certain body part, but we'll not talk about that. That's also opposite. But the fact of the matter is, I guess you can still appreciate it. I don't know, man. I'm very conflicted on this. I would dare say that it's not something that I've 100% made up my mind about. And I find conversations like this intellectually challenging in a very good way. Because you can sort of see it from different perspectives. Like you can hold conflicting views of something at the same time. And I think that's actually a healthy thing to have, you know. Because otherwise, what you're doing is that you're committing to a team, you're committing to a tribe that thinks a certain way, you know. It would be like me turning around and saying that, oh, okay, just because I didn't vibe with the lockdowns or whatever, now I'm automatically gonna be the best friends with a tribe of online Orthodox Christians who believe the earth is flat. That is just not true. And I think it's important to be able to separate yourself from the herd, regardless of your stance of anything.
Yeah, and just remember that it doesn't have to be a polarization, that can be an in-between point.
Exactly. We need more gray areas.
Yeah.
What we do need more of is more Misthyrming shows. That, sir, was an absolute fucking masterclass you delivered earlier.
You.
That was spot on.
Yeah.
Really good.
We haven't played this early in a long time. The first band on stage.
Yeah? How did you feel about playing at that time?
Fine.
Yeah.
Everybody who wanted to show up were there, and like for a Scandinavian crowd, it was fucking crazy.
It was. Yeah. But I think they kind of didn't really have much choice either.
No.
It
is definitely a hard slot. Having to play the fourth day and being the first band of that day, people have already been getting drunk 3 days in a row. Probably not not a lot of energy left. But
probably
apparently it was worth it for them to get their ass up.
Yeah. I think you probably faced the worst of the hangovers of the weekend.
Sure, yeah. But this is far from. This was actually our 10th show in Norway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like our first show ever abroad was here at this festival, in 2015.
Right. That's where you met Nurgle the first time, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was cool because you were saying to me that by the lobby downstairs is the time you guys met for the first
we met
time.
at the lobby here in 2015, and now today, right before our show, when the intro was playing, he came behind the stage just to say hi, gonna see your show, finally. He hasn't seen our show for a very long time, so
that's
it's
cool.
pretty cool. Cool to get a compliment from a guy like that. You know, he's huge. Probably the most famous black metal guy of our times. So if he's
you're right. You're right about that. Yeah, I would say so.
If he's taking his time to see our show, I'm honored. And he's been supporting us like throughout times. He comments on our posts on Instagram.
I know he vibed with the Sol and Varma album as well.
Yeah,
I saw him complimenting that. Rightfully so. That record was fucking ridiculous, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's almost a Misthyrming album.
Almost.
Yeah, almost.
It's a shame that you're kind of done with it, because I think that one thing that a lot of people would love to see, and I hope promoters watching this pay attention, I don't know where's your own ambitions with it, but I think a lot of people would love to see that now that they've had a chance to actually listen to the songs and really get a feel of it.
Yeah.
I know it was like a Roadburn one-off thing, but the album's an absolute masterclass, I would say.
Yeah, well, thank you, but it's not gonna happen.
Okay, there we go, straight.
Oh, yeah.
So are you doing like a Glenn Danzig reunion with Misfits thing, where you just keep saying no until the right amount of money shows up, or what's going on?
Right.
Or Guns N' Roses, I should say.
Everything's for sale, like for the right price,
Okay.
right? No, but ideally it's.
I am
it's
obviously
over.
joking with you when I say that.
Yeah, I know. But that thing is over. Like there's like one song that we played a few times live with Misthyrming, and some people called it a cover, a Sol and Varma cover. I think it's ridiculous because it's not our song, and all of us in the band performed it on the album. And anyway, details that don't really matter, but it belongs to the past.
Sure.
There it shall stay.
Well,
we still have the album if we want to revisit it. Listen to it at home.
I have revisited many a times, for sure. So, yeah, man. Yeah, totally great stuff. Well, we can probably wrap things up here.
Yeah,
but
sure.
what I would like to do is, for the finishing part, we should both borrow sunglasses, okay? Because we're cool.
Absolutely.
All right.
It's getting dark.
Okay? Fuck yeah, it just got a lot darker. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to this episode of Iblis Manifestations. Be sure to check out Misthyrming on the road, and we'll see you on the next one. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.